at you all the way from our dorm rooms to your conference rooms. Sabah and Dan team in here, two college students who are ready to talk to you guys about business and lifestyle from our personal experiences.
Each week we'll discuss about our lifestyle as college students as well as our tips and strategies starting in the business field. We'll bring on successful entrepreneurs in the millennial generation to share with us their journey and how they got started and where they're at now.
Our goal is to help you students, millennials, and entrepreneurs gain inspirational advice by our spontaneous conversations and meaningful guidance. Let's dive on in.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 71 of Dorm Rooms and Conference Rooms. Guys, we don't, ask for too much, but we'd love if you just rate, subscribe, and review if you see a little bit of value out of this. But to get us going today, as always, Sabah, how are you?
I am doing great. Super excited about this topic because it's so hot right now. It's so trendy. So if you guys are not utilizing it, you're definitely missing out.
Guys, your network is your net worth. It's one of my favorite sayings, and it's going to get us going into today's topic. Guys, we're talking about networking today, and we're talking about all the different ways of networking, whether it is – actually, we'll talk about some old ways too, whether it is face-to-face networking events, whether it's digitally, or whether it's just – I don't even know, calling somebody up randomly. There's so many different ways to network these days, through email, through Facebook, through Instagram, whatever it might be. But you really have to know how to use, some of these networking tips in order to become a pro at it. So, get us started here. What's one way you've been networking with people these days?
Yeah, so one thing I actually have been recently doing is going on those Facebook groups that everyone is creating, and there's so many Facebook groups out there, it's ridiculous. So, but they're really helpful if you're wanting to go into e-commerce or marketing, really anything. So for me, for one of them, it was actually, I can't think of the name now, but it was a digital community one, and I actually did a Facebook Live in there about how to become a best-selling author. And just from doing that, it was only probably a 30-minute live. I got so many friend requests, so many messages in my inbox, and I got connected with people who were interested in becoming authors. So for me, and then for everybody else, for you, Dan, I know you do a lot of Facebook Lives now about digital marketing and Facebook ads. That's a really great way to connect with other people for potential clients, or just wanting to learn what other people are doing with their businesses. So that's one way I really love to connect with people on Facebook.
Yeah, guys, Facebook groups, by the way, if you haven't created one yet, I suggest creating what your niche is. Sabah, the Facebook Live group, you guys could check it out, was actually in digital skills for millennials. That's ran by our buddy Josh Reef. Really cool guy, super nice dude. He has a great group over there, so check it out. That's where Sabah was. But, guys, Facebook Lives are super important right now because they're still getting the most organic reach out of anything else you have right now. They're really being underutilized still, and you can still take advantage of this market. But when you do start connecting through Facebook, a little bit of a pro tip is don't start selling your product right away. Make a genuine connection. If there's somebody that could be a potential client, get to know them, because no one just wants to be sold the whole time. People like to buy, people don't like to be sold to. And that's something you have to understand as well. Facebook's great for making these connections, and it's great to talk to you, but just don't sell your products right away. So, Sabah, when you kind of do a first introduction to, someone that you want to talk to on Facebook, how do you go about it? And then I'll talk about how I go about it.
Yeah, so if it's just a direct message, I honestly just start a conversation. If I don't know the person, which happens a lot, I mean, so many people I have on my friend list on Facebook, so I pretty much just start a conversation hey, I was going through my friend list. I saw that I probably checked their profile first. I saw that you're working on this. Tell me more about yourself. So I literally just start up a conversation. Then if I'm going through my friend list, I already know the person. I'm hey, what are things that you're currently working on? So that way they talk about themselves, and then I can see if there's some way I can help them. So I don't just go out and be hey, I'm doing this, you should check it out, because odds are they're not going to reply back. So that's kind of how I go about connecting with people, if it's just direct messages on Facebook.
You hear that, guys? Start a conversation. Be a person, right? We're not robots. We're not androids. Be a person. Start a conversation. You have to build rapport with someone, and people throw that word around a lot of times in sales. But if you want to build a real relationship and real rapport, you get to know them. You get to ask them questions. Sabah didn't say that she was going out there selling. She was maybe I could help them out. And it's She doesn't know she can help them out. She might, be able to, but she gets that to see if they help them out. And when they're like, oh, actually, I do want to learn more about this, Saba could go, okay, I do consulting for this much money per hour, right? And that's kind of how you could build a business through consulting, right? You start connecting with people. I know, Saba, are you doing cold outreach right now, like 25 people a day still? Because I know you were doing that for a little bit.
Yeah, so I actually was. I've kind of been slacking on that just because I've been really busy. But I
It's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I definitely start needing to do that a lot more because it was amazing to see everybody on my friend list and people I didn't even know and what amazing things that they were doing. Because even if I can't help them, I probably know someone else who I can connect them with. And just doing a small favor like that, they'll remember you from doing that. And then maybe in the long run, if I need help with something and they know somebody else, that's another connection for me. So I mean, if you think like doing like 25 reach outs a day is too much work or whatever, like which I still need to do more. At the end of the day, if it may not convert for you at that moment, it probably will in the future. So it's definitely a payoff to do.
Yeah, guys, 25 reach outs a day, get to know somebody is so vital, right? You don't know what their pain points are unless you talk to them. And something we want to start doing, guys, if you want to reach out to us, we never really say our emails on here, but we do have our like Snapchats. But if you want to email us, you can email myself at teamandDaniel@gmail.com. You really reach me there. Saba, what's your email really quick?
Yeah, you can email me at saba@sabaali.com.
Yeah, guys. So really start emailing as well and start connecting with us. Follow us on Facebook. It's super great. We want to really know where you guys are coming from because we want to start providing value to you and we want to see how we can help you out. It's too hard for us to know who listens. It's a podcast, right? I don't have direct dynamics of who's listening to this. I might start running Facebook ads to them soon so that I can retarget and get to know an audience and, maybe build out some forums to see what people want to listen to and see why they like us or choose us. But, I said I was going to give my Facebook tip on a cold outreach. So my cold outreach tip and how I go about it is very simple because I connect with a lot of realtors right now because that's the niche I'm in. I literally go, hey, how are you? Have a conversation. Ask them how long they've been in business for. Ask them if they do other marketing. Ask them just relatable questions to myself. See where they're coming from. And then see if they're going to be, a potential client. Then you just kind of stay in front of them if they are. You comment on some of their statuses. You be genuine, right? If you don't think they're going to be, a good client for you, if you don't think they're going to be a fit, that's fine. You at least made a friend now, and there's no reason just to go and like delete them like some people might. But instead, continue a conversation with them because maybe later on they could be a client, or you just have a good somebody to know in the industry. So why I like to talk to real estate agents is I want to get into owning multi-units someday. And they're really good people to have on your side if you want to buy anything, right? If you want to buy a building, you better have a real estate agent in your corner. So that's why I've been connecting with a lot of them. It's been awesome to see the kind of what they think and what's going on in their lives as well. Saba, what type of people have you been trying to connect with these days? Anyone, or people that do Instagram influencer marketing, or people that know fashion? Who's been kind of your networking?
Yeah, so right now it's kind of like anyone, but definitely focusing on like Instagram and e-commerce. Right now I actually haven't been starting to do my fashion, but that's something obviously I'll definitely be doing because in our previous podcast we talked about how I'm gonna be going on that fashion route. So definitely starting to connect with people who are in the fashion industry. But I mean, even if you're not in like a specific niche yet, definitely still do reach outs. I mean, you never know who you might meet. Maybe they are someone that you potentially want to work with, or maybe they know somebody else who can help you out. So, I mean, yeah, like Dan, what you said, and they might not like right away, they might not turn into like a sale or something like that, but in the future, they definitely could.
Yeah, guys, don't view your friends as transactions because that's how you lose a lot of friends. So don't view them as transactions. They're real people. So have a real conversation and then build that even more and jump on a Zoom call, Skype call, phone call, or Facebook. You could do Facebook videos. I had somebody Facebook video me at like 7 a.m. the other day when I was on the train going down to work. And it was because I connected with them and they're from Australia. And I've been helping them with some of their Facebook marketing. They're like, oh, bro, it's like whatever time here and it's like midday. I go, sweet, it's 7 a.m. And then he goes, all right, I'm going to call you really quick. I was like, wait, what? And all of a sudden his Facebook live, or Facebook video pops up. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to answer. Screw, let's see what's going on. So guys, be genuine, connect with people. And really hop on Zoom, hop on Skype, hop on a phone call, bring that connection to the next level, see what's going on. Guys, that's all we have today for DR to CR, but you can find Sabah more directly at sabahali.com. You can find myself more directly at danieltieman.com. Sabah, what are some final words?
Definitely use online like Facebook groups, Instagram, Snapchat to really connect with people because it's literally such a great way to do it. And if you're in a small town like me, it's definitely better. But that's all we have today on Dorm Rooms to Conference Rooms.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Dorm Rooms and Conference Rooms. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you haven't joined our accelerator program yet, you can find that at livetogrind.com/college, where we connect you with today's latest influencers and experts in their fields.